Welcome back to Financial Tips with Jocelyn Natasha. As you guys know, April is Financial Literacy Month, and I'll be coming to you every week this month with my financial tip of the week. If you guys don't already know, I will tell you a little bit about myself. I am a certified personal finance educator, and I teach youth about finances. So if you are a youth or if you know a young adult, please share this information with them. It will be extremely helpful as they're navigating through this journey called life financially. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to manage your income. More specifically, your net income. So there are two types of income. You have your gross and you have your net. Gross is the total amount that you made at your job, and the net is what you actually bring home. Let's get started. So I want to introduce to you something called the 50-30-20 rule. Before I get into exactly what the 50-30-20 rule is, I just want to let you know that I think this particular tool is so instrumental in helping you navigate through life. The 50-30-20 rule states 50% of your income is allocated towards your living expenses, 30% of your income is allocated towards your needs and your wants, and 20% of your income is allocated towards saving long term. So let's break that down a little bit. 50% of our income is for our living expenses. So just think about, how do you want to live? Do you want to live in a high-rise apartment downtown? Do you want to live in a gated community in a suburb area with a lot of kids? Do you want to live in a rural area that's maybe quiet, serene? What does that look like for you? And do your research. How much does it cost to live in those places? Can you afford that? Now, let's think about our needs and our wants. What do we need to survive on a daily basis? We can think about personal care, we can think about our health, and we can think about things even like vacations or things that we want to do on the weekend, entertainment. Those are all encompassed in our needs and our wants. And lastly, that 20% that's going to be for saving. What are we saving for? Do we have a long-term goal? Do we want to purchase a home? Do we want to purchase a vehicle? Do we want to purchase a piece of property? Typically, a rule of thumb, when saving your 20%, you are trying to build up your savings so that you can have 3 to 6 months of whatever your living expenses are saved up, so that if anything unfortunate happens, you can still sustain your lifestyle. The really good thing about the 50-30-20 rule, in my opinion, is that it's all a plan. It helps you create a budget. And with a budget, you're not spending any money. You're literally looking and writing down what it's gonna take for you to live the life that you want to live. Another thing about the 50-30-20 rule is that sometimes you will have to be flexible, right? So if there's something that arises that's unexpected in life, that's gonna happen. Nothing always goes according to plan. So we're always rewriting the plan and figuring things out. And that's the same thing with your finances. You're gonna have to figure things out. As you start to make more money, your needs are gonna change, your wants are gonna change, your lifestyle overall is going to change. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, I can save more once I make more. And that is true, you can, but also you're gonna wanna spend more too, right? That's kind of like second nature, because you're like, now I make more money, maybe I can afford to go out to dinner more often, right? Or I can afford to go on longer trips, or instead of a road trip, maybe I can take a plane somewhere. Those type of things all have to be considered. Now, I want to take a minute to speak directly to my youth and young adults. Guys, right now, while you're working, if you're working a part-time job, if you're going to be working a summer job, you guys are in a really good position to actually save more than the recommended 20%. if you're not responsible for your living expenses, maybe you're responsible for paying for your outings with friends, or maybe you're responsible for buying your clothes or certain shoes that you want, or maybe you're even responsible for paying a cell phone bill. This is your opportunity to start saving more money so that when you go off to college or when you are doing a post-secondary education, maybe a technical program or something, you can completely focus on your studies and you don't have to put a lot of emphasis on work. Saving will help you still maintain whatever financial responsibilities that you have now while you're extending your education. So if you are in a position, maybe save 50% of your paycheck that you're making now, and you're saving so that you can continue to live the same lifestyle that you're living now while you're working when you're back in school. I really wish that that was something that I paid closer attention to when I was younger. And like I said before, nothing goes according to plan. So I was not thinking forward like I am encouraging you guys to do. And I kind of just coasted through. And then when it was time for me to go to school, I went to school, of course, but I didn't have a lot of money saved. So certain things I wanted for my dorm room, I couldn't buy. Or if I wanted to go out with my friends on the weekends after school, I really couldn't do because I had to kind of like hang tight onto my money so that I could pay for my personal care items or any health things that I needed to take care of, those type of things. But I was not forward thinking in that area. So I am encouraging you to learn from me so that these are some things that you can think about that I did not think about on the front end. So I hope this tips helped you guys this week, and I'll see you guys next week for our next tip.